2025 was a year full of surprises for the watch world. Every month brought something new. Some months changed everything. Let's take a look at the key moments from January through December. January began as usual with a Rolex price increase, roughly 1% for stainless steel and 7 to 19% for solid gold pieces. Vacheron Constantin celebrated 270 years of watchmaking with the return of the 222 in stainless steel. Omega released the Speedmaster Moonphase Meteorite, the most moon watch you've ever seen. Tudor introduced Flamingo Blue in the Daring collection. Otsuka Lock and Jiro Katayama launched notable limited editions, while Louis Vuitton expanded their mechanical offerings with the Drag Hour Tambour Convergence, and Bulgari added a mechanical version of the Serpenti. February belonged to Grand Seiko, releasing the SLG H027 in ever brilliant steel, followed by the SBG H351 and SBG H353. Bulgari and MB&F collaborated on their interpretation of the Serpenti. Grand Seiko also unveiled the SPG H368, a 62 GS case in rose gold with a cherry blossom dial. Omega released the Seamaster Diver 300 in bronze gold and burgundy, with Milanese bracelets emerging as a highlight of the year. Citizen introduced the Ciotar 37mm, rounding out a month of innovation and style. March brought niche collaborations and bold releases. Fierce and Studio Underd0g unveiled the Gimlet, limited to 200 pieces at the British Watchmakers' Day in London. Breitling launched the B19 Navitimer Perpetual Calendar Chronograph, an impressive steel model. TAG Heuer returned as the official Formula One timekeeper and showcased their Monaco split-second chronograph. Recents debuted their first GMT in the Type 7, and Breitling introduced the BR31 caliber in the Top Time, bringing the model's DNA to a three-hander. Tudor unveiled the Black Bay 58 Burgundy and the Pelagus Ultra, which quickly became a standout in their catalogue. April was dominated by watches and wonders. Cartier reintroduced the Tank, celebrating its iconic jump-hour design. Grand Seiko unveiled the UFA SLGB1 and 003, their most accurate mechanical watches to date, now with micro-adjustable bracelets. Zenith released several blue models for their 160-year anniversary. Chopard unveiled the Alpine Eagle in platinum. But the biggest shock came from Rolex, with the Land-Dweller, a new model family bridging the date-just-and-day date, featuring a honeycomb dial, flat-link bracelet, and a fully new movement with over 30 patents. This represented a revolutionary shift in mechanical watchmaking for a brand of this scale. May was eventful. Louis Vuitton released new high horology models, challenging opinions on design. Tudor debuted the Black Bay Chrono Carbon 25 and the Pelagus FXD Chrono in pink. The US threatened Switzerland with a 31% tariff, prompting industry concern, though negotiations aim to reduce it to 10%. Vacheron Constantin continued their 270-year celebration with a grand complication featuring an open face, tourbillon, minute repeater, and perpetual calendar. Omega refreshed the Seamaster Railmaster, and MB&F unveiled their slimmest watch yet, the Special Project 1 at 38mm. Breitling revamped the Super Ocean Heritage with slimmer cases, and Tudor added the Black Bay 54 Blue Lagoon. Strom updated the Gravity Equal Force Ultimate Sapphire Blue. By introduced their first flying tourbillon in the Tourbillon Citadel 7255, marking the brand's entry into high complications. Tudor also released the Pelagus FXD Chrono in yellow for a French tour edition. July's highlights included Vacheron Constantin's Hand Galoche Zodiac series, limited to 12 pieces. Omega released the Seamaster Diver 300 in striking orange. IWC's Top Gun Miramar in ceramic and steel debuted, widely praised for its execution of color. Other notable releases came from Zenith and Chopard, maintaining a steady rhythm of innovative designs and collector-focused releases. August began with a 39% tariff on Swiss watches from the US, officially implemented on August 7. Pop culture intersected with horology as Taylor Swift was spotted wearing a discontinued Cartier Santos Demoiselle in engagement photos. Christopher Ward introduced the 660 or C60 Jumbo, an ultra-thin 6.6mm piece that drew attention for its design and precision. September hosted Geneva Watch Days, featuring Zenith, Hermès and Sai, Bulgari, Urwerk, and Bamford. Rolex hosted the US Open final, with a rumored desk clock conversation with President Trump. Audemars Piguet re-released the Royal Oak Perpetual Calendar in 38mm, while Hermès introduced 2 new H08 colorways. Studio Underdog and Fierce collaborated again on the Manhattan cocktail-inspired watch, exclusive to the Wind-Up Watch Fair. October was packed with technical and playful releases. Audemars Piguet unveiled the Royal Oak Jumbo Extra Thin Self-Winding Flying Tourbillon Chronograph Road No. 5. Cartier released the Santos Titanium, a sporty and polished free take on the classic. Timex introduced the Attilier GMT 24M1A automatic, and Seiko partnered with Bamford for a spirited, playful collaboration. Rolex's 6062 in yellow gold sold for $6.2 million, becoming the third most expensive Rolex ever sold. November featured Tissot's PRX finally available in 38mm. The new Doc series, Man of the Hour, celebrated horology with expert hosts. LVMH acquired a minority stake in Swiss movement maker L.U.C. Dubai Watch Week hosted over 90 brands, making it the largest edition to date. Tudor released the Ranger in a new June colorway. Chopard unveiled their most complicated chiming watch, and Irvin Ulysses Nardin collaborated on the limited UR Freak 100-piece edition. December closed the year with record-breaking releases. Breitling introduced a 10Hz magnetic constant force natural escapement. Vacheron Constantin showcased new ultra-thin perpetual calendars at 36.5mm. Tag Heuer paired with Fragment for a paired-back Carrère chronograph. Francis Coppola sold his personal FPJ for $10.65 million, the highest price ever for a FPJ. Nomos continued their Club Sport World Timer series with a fresh, airy interpretation. 2025 was a year of innovation, celebration, and collector-focus moments. From revolutionary releases to tariff news, anniversaries, and collaborations, it was a year collectors won't forget. Which month surprised you the most? Which release stood out? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching and for joining us through another remarkable year in horology.